my previous videos, I have touched upon the significance of the Kailash Mansarovar area in Tibet. I had outlined why I think it will be an important place of refuge in the coming times up to and immediately after 2012. In this video, I will be going in detail about this and will be examining the following. 1. An overview of the 7 chakras and the Kundalini Shakti. I feel this is necessary to understand the significance of Kailash. 2. Mother Earth as a living organism, her nadis and chakras. 3. Peculiarities of the Kailash region and its spiritual significance. 4. Strange alignments of our major spiritual centers with Kailash. 5. Does Kailash as a place of refuge mean that we have to be there physically in order to survive 2012? 6. Ascension and thereafter. What is in store after 2012? An overview of the Kundalini Shakti and the mystical origin of number 13. Just as all human beings, whether male or female, have within them the organs of physical and mental development, they also carry within them the organs of spiritual development. The Kundalini Shakti, along with the 7 chakras and the 3 nadis, together constitute our spiritual organs that are necessary for the soul's spiritual evolution. Just as the soul is non-physical in nature, these organs too are non-physical. If the Kundalini can be likened to the spiritual energy of our souls, the 3 nadis are the channels through which this energy and its aspects must ascend for our souls to evolve. And the 7 chakras can be likened to the major gates along the central nadi, the Sushumna, through which the Kundalini must pass in order to complete the ascension process. The fundamental goal of man is this ascension, and the progression of the soul from birth to ascension does not only constitute the soul's life but also its evolution, time and change. The Sushumna can be termed as the spiritual highway of the soul. The other 2 major nadis are the Pingala and the Ida, which are channels for the Prana and the Apana components of the life force. The Pingala and Ida channels, together with the Prana Apana energies that they carry, are representations of the duality within us, much like the Yang and Yin of the Chinese. While the Prana and Pingala represent the masculine or the solar energy, the Apana and Ida stand for the feminine or the lunar energy. Like 2 serpents, they twist around the central Sushumna, starting at the testicles or ovaries. At the Ajna Chakra, which is the 6th chakra, they finally meet with the Sushumna and merge into it. So the path from the 6th to the 7th and final chakra, which is the Sahasrara, is devoid of all dualities. That is, when one's Kundalini passes the Ajna Chakra, all dualities, both internal and external, are conquered. When one reaches this stage, the person even ceases to identify with any particular gender. He or she is no longer male or female. Since the dual channels of action, the Pingala and the Ida, no longer exist, the individual whose Kundalini transcends the 6th chakra drifts in a state of blissful inaction. Unplanned and thoughtless, the adept moves from moment to moment in a state of wait for the final ascension, that is the transcension of the Sahasrara. Except for the Sahasrara, all the other 6 chakras are under the influence of duality, since the Pingala and Ida traverses them. Therefore, each of these 6 chakras have a dual counterpart. Positive and negative aspects of female and male aspects. This duality is even physically manifested in the organs in the vicinity of these chakras as shown here. Thus the 6 chakras and their dual counterparts plus the singular Sahasrara together make up 13 chakras. That is why 13 is such a mystical number. The function of the opposing energies, the Prana and Apana, are to raise the Kundalini through the Sushumna. Although they are opposing, they are complementary in nature. With each harmonic tug, the prana and apana work to lift the kundalini. During the spiraling ascent of the prana and apana energies in the Pingala and Ida channels, they come closest to each other at the chakra points. The kundalini is effectively pulled upwards along the sushumna by the opposing prana and apana energies. Just as a spark is emitted when the positive and negative terminals of a car battery are brought close to each other, a spiritual spark is created at the chakra points when the prana and apana are close enough. This spark activates the particular chakra. This also causes the Pingala and Ida channels to emit simultaneous bursts of energies emanating from the points where these channels penetrate the chakra. Concentric waves of energies, like the circular ripples formed on the water surface when two similarly sized pebbles are dropped on it. These two energy rings intersect each other, forming the Vesica Piscis pattern. This is the true significance of the Vesica Piscis. The opposing prana and apana energies within the Pingala Ida channels as they spiral upwards also look identical to the yang and yin patterns when viewed from the top. This is also how the yang and yin is a derivative of the Kundalini system. A wonderful analogy can be found in the Samudra Manthana or the ocean churning episode in the Hindu Puranas. In the story, the Devas, the gods, and the Asuras, the demons, got together to churn the ocean of milk to extract the elixir of immortality that lay hidden in the depths. They used the mountain Mandhara as the churning tool, placed on Vishnu in the form of the giant tortoise Kurma. Vasuki, the giant serpent, was used as a rope twisted around the mountain Mandhara. The gods and the demons on either side tugged at the serpent, which in turn caused the mountain to spin clockwise and anti-clockwise, thus churning the ocean. 14 great treasures arose from the ocean depths. The last two, the heavenly physician Dhanvantari and the nectar of immortality Amrit, appear together. Dhanvantari carrying Amrit. Here, the entire process of churning stands for the spiritual evolution of the seeker. The ocean of milk is nothing but the consciousness of the seeker. The mountain Mandhara represents the Sushumna, which forms the channel for the Kundalini, characterized by the serpent Vasuki. Vishnu, in the form of Kurma that provided the base for the mountain, represents love. Therefore, love must be the base for any spiritual quest. The opposing prana and apana energies are the gods and demons on either side tugging at Vasuki, the positive and negative aspects of ourselves. Although it is generally said that there were 14 treasures, the last two may be treated as one since they appear together. Thus, the 13 treasures stand for the 13 chakras. This 12 plus 1, 13, is so endemic in our day-to-day life that we often fail to notice it. The passage of time is especially marked by cycles of 13. For instance, if you look at your analog watch, you see its circular face divided into 12 divisions. The 12 divisions are in 6 pairs, each division paired with its diametrically opposite counterpart. Thus 12 has 6, 1 has 7, 2 has 8, and so on. Now you might ask, where is the 13th division? The 13th is none other than the current moment, represented by the hour hand, which moves through the 12 divisions. The hour hand represents time itself, moving cyclically through the 12 divisions and uniting them thus.